that's an issue. The light's in our way from reading comments if we ever get any comments.
All right. Hmm.
Fix that real quick. Hey, you're on next week's podcast.
Sadie, you want to go off? Off? Off. Good girl, Sadie. Good girl.
Got it. And we are live.
Great. Alrighty then. We should have a countdown, like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go, and we're off.
Yeah.
All right. So how should we do these intros? I mean, I think moving forward, either you or I will be like, "Welcome to the Autofills podcast."
Yeah.
I'm Mike. All right.
I think we should switch off being hosts
Okay.
every other week. So, like, you have the documentation right now.
Okay.
You
So
control.
this will be the host seat then. That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. Cool. Alrighty then. Well, thank you everybody for joining this podcast or whatever we're doing. We'd have no idea, but it's going to turn into something because we're going to do that one thing that other people do not do is keep consistent.
Consistency is key.
Right.
Yes.
At least in the beginning. But just to get started, I think I'm going to need to figure out where I want to look at, like what
Just
screen.
look at the screen.
I'm
The
looking at that
screen.
small screen way over there.
That
so-
should be fine.
All right, cool. Then that'll work. So then who are we? Brandon, do you want to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Brandon Flournoy. I came from Southern California, joined the military at 18, moved around to Florida, then Las Vegas, and I'm out here in Georgia right now. Can't tell you exactly where, but we are in Georgia. And was an aircraft mechanic for a good amount of years. Went to plumbing. Then in Vegas, I was a slot machine technician. Went to supervisor, and now I'm working in IT on something I'm not sure if I could discuss at this moment.
It's top secret. There's a
Yeah.
lot of secrets in this household.
Extremely, extremely secret.
But we'll disclose stuff as time goes by, and I think as we become more comfortable with the camera and just understanding our place on the internets, moving forward and kind of how we want to position ourselves as we move forward. But the purpose of this particular stream is just so we can introduce ourselves, get in. I guess this is as you know, this is going to be practice for us. So my name is Mike Flournoy, and I am from San Diego, California. Moved out to the Georgia area for work. I do work other than YouTube. I'm not just a famous YouTuber, but I am also a person who works
Yes.
at a company, and I do building solutions. When I say building solutions, I make buildings more efficient and smarter, right? And I bring all that data together within a building to help customers make a more efficient decision on how to make their building more efficient. So there's that. I worked in IT for about 20 years prior to working in commercial building in controls. So I worked in IT for about 20 years or so, did a few other things, worked in Japan a little bit, worked in Seattle. I was in Seattle for about 5 years, but all these different experiences pretty much brought me here to what we're doing here today. And yeah, that's it for now. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's who we are. I do got my notes here. Eventually, I want to put all the notes up on the screen, so it looks like we're just kind of freestyling it. Is like just what do you call that? A free flow, all right? So, what's the point? Why are we doing this, right? Well, there's several different reasons why we're doing this. I think personally for me, I wanted to do content, right? Build videos or create videos and put them up on YouTube. It wasn't necessarily YouTube way back in the day, but I've always been interested in doing something like this right here. I just never really, had the time, which is an excuse, but I just never really put the content together and to focus on this. But I think now is a good time to do it. Since we moved out here to Georgia, I'm here with Brandon, and I think with our powers put together, we're going to be able to at least start creating some interesting content to share with everybody, right?
I imagine once we get out of our bubbles,
Mm.
then we start producing things that we're really proud of instead of just being nervous sitting on camera. I think it'll be really good.
It's going to be funny when we go back into after like a year of this, and we go back to watch our original videos. We're going to be hating on it. We're going to be oh my gosh, man, we look terrible.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think I can kind of see that from the lights. You can kind of see the reflection off my greasy face, but maybe I don't need to wear a beanie. But that's okay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But
right?
in the future, when we're still doing this, hi Brandon and Mike. I hope you guys are doing well.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We should ask the audience how they're doing.
Oh yeah.
Because I guess we should consider the camera as the audience.
Yeah.
The camera, you are the audience. So, we can tell we're brand new to this. I know I did say I was a famous YouTuber, but that's in my dreams. That's going to be it's our goal.
We're manifesting.
We're manifesting.
We're manifesting.
There you go. All right. So some of the topics that we wanted to cover, as we progress our YouTube career or whatever, I guess you can call it that. We definitely want to talk about cars. We're car enthusiasts. This guy's way better than cars than I am, but I like to drive them for sure. And talk about cars, and we probably will end up renting cars or purchasing cars, and then building them out, and then showing and sharing that experience with you, right? Because I think we do some really cool stuff with the cars, and why not share it? And maybe we can make some really cool connections along the way. Also want to work on our fitness journey. We both have fitness goals that we want to. Progress to obtain. So we're gonna have to do something about this one. You can hear Sadie in the background, but I think we're at to put her away at some point in time. But that's fine. Fitness goals, and also we're gonna work on just in general our personal growth, like how we grow as individuals. As far as work is concerned, financial growth, and just mental growth. And the whole idea is I'm hoping that, we can influence other people to kind of take the journey with us, right? As we move forward. I think it just building something productive like this will help others to be more productive. At least that's my hope.
Yes, 100%. We want to make sure we're not the only men in the space that I know. Before, I know we both looked back at ourselves in the past, and we realized we were a bit chunky, more than a bit chunky, and we didn't really have anyone to motivate us to be better. And we want to motivate people to be better than they are, because America is going kind of downhill with the fitness industry, not having as many people as it should. People just eating a bunch of sugar and being lazy on their couch, not being as active as we used to be back in the day.
Yeah, we'll talk about subjects like the carnivore diet, because that's something that we are. I've personally done that for a bit, lost a bunch of weight, but that's something that I think we would like to really jump on and maybe do like a 90-day thing and share that with you. Would also like to talk about things like I like calisthenics. I think that's really really good, and I think that'll be really beneficial on how I can progress in calisthenics, being such an old person that I am.
You're not that old. How is the sound right now? We have Nadia Andrea Diaz in the chat.
Do we need to adjust? Maybe I need to get closer here.
I just adjusted it right now.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see in a bit how she. Didn't want to interrupt you, but
which is fine. This is what we want to hear. I mean, for the one or two people who are going to actually join.
Fantastic.
And
such a beautiful person.
Right. At any point in time, just let us know if the lighting is bad, if there's a burger in my nose, if the audio is kind of too low. Just let us know, and we are totally welcome to any type of comment. So just throw it our way.
Yeah, I increased the gain on it, so it should be higher, but I won't know unless I get feedback. And we aren't audio monitoring right now because we don't have the equipment for that at the moment.
Now you mentioned before about how people wear headsets sometimes.
Yeah.
That's so they can hear each other better, or what's the whole purpose of that?
It eliminates kind of less. That's better. It eliminates a lot of the outside distraction sounds,
Oh,
but
like
also like if we're just speaking normally and there's someone over there, we don't really have to yell at each other. We can kind of just talk into the mic like this.
oh, right. So we can
Thank you, by the way.
we can avoid like they won't hear Sadie bark, but we can. No,
If,
they'll
if
hear
we
bark.
have if we have the mic set up to
Yeah.
to like eliminate most sounds aside from like right in front, then that'll be a lot more helpful.
Mm,
But I mean, Sadie's barks are pretty loud, so we're probably gonna hear a little bit of that.
got it. All right, cool. Well, then we're just gonna have to feed her enough food so she can go sleep somewhere, or bring her into the picture.
Oh yeah, she'll just be sleeping on the one of our laps or the couch,
Right.
the couch that got delayed.
So right now we're looking. There's a couple things going on that I'm looking at doing. Brandon and I were looking at doing. So I have an Xterra, 2006 Xterra Nissan Xterra S, located in San Diego, which has a cracked gasket. Something's going on with it, and basically what the auto shop is saying is that I need to replace the engine. And they thrown out several different prices. They're like, hey, this thing's going to cost $8,000. Right. Then they got back to me saying it's going to be $3,500. They got back to me yesterday saying, oh, we found something used and we can do it for $1,500. Right. And then, of course, another $1,500 with for labor. I spent quite a bit of money on this car. I give it a 2.5-inch lift, shock struts, did the whole new rims, tires, the audio system, painted the thing green. It's like monster green. It's pretty cool.
Looks pretty dope.
Right. But I think I'm ready to let it go and pick up one of my friends. He's selling a E36 M3, right? That was built out for drifting and has like a body kit on it. It's a wide body kit on there. Racing Heart rims. It has the whole like Brembo brakes and a bunch of other things in there.
Looks pretty nice.
Looks
pretty nice.
The seats are. I looked them up on Amazon. They're kind of the cheap seats. So let's upgrade that to
The Amazon Basic seats.
Amazon, yeah, they're basically Amazon Basic seats. So I'll I guess maybe later on we'll add the pictures, because we can always just add the pictures if we're gonna edit this over again.
If we edit this over again and released it as a regular thing, we could add pictures over it like this.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's right there. No, So looking at doing that, he's going to give us a good deal. The car's been sitting around his garage since I believe it was like 2015. It might even be longer than that. Anyway, it's been sitting around for a while, and the idea is to sell the Xterra for whatever I can get from it, and use that money put towards getting that E36 and shipping it out here. So that's going to be our first project car.
That will probably be one of our first videos also.
Oh, it will definitely be there. Yeah. So I'm thinking about going out to San Diego and getting some footage of that whole process, getting the thing written off, selling the Xterra, getting the M3 packed up, ready to go and shipped out, and then interviewing my boy Masa out there, since he does have a bunch of cool cars that we can take a look at while we're out there. So that could be, or it could be, most likely will be our first auto fills video.
When are you thinking about taking that trip?
When your foot's better, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I actually was able to walk today. Like actually walk. There's no way I'm able to pick my foot up without this thingy.
Yeah.
But I was actually able to, walk as a normal person would walk today, without hurting.
Yeah.
So the swelling has gone down pretty much almost nothing. Little accident I had there. Shouldn't disclose what was happening.
Are you sure? I mean, it's a pretty hilarious story there.
Yeah, but because of some things with the medical system
Ah,
in the
okay.
military, I
Yeah.
should not disclose that.
Gotcha. All right. You know.
But
Yeah.
the gist of it was I was running and I went up a hill. I was doing some sprints and then I decided I was, getting tired. It's getting to the end of the workout, so I might as well give it my all. And it just kind of gave out. My Achilles tendon.
Yeah, I think around that time I was already done.
You were done, but
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm
I'm gonna push
done.
myself.
Yeah, no, I wanted to pace him down. There's no way I was gonna.
I
Yeah.
honestly I had the energy to do more because the
Mm,
thing is I had the post COVID syndrome for the past like year. So I had COVID last August, and ever since then it's been difficult for me to like run, go upstairs. Like the second month after, I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs without like coughing because I was so winded. And now I just kind of gotten a lot better, and I was just trying to be more fit. And what better to be more fit than it's to push yourself? The
mm.
harder you push yourself, the better, the faster you can get more fit.
I like the slow,
Slow
it's
and
slow and
steady.
steady. You know,
Yeah.
it's I used to do the whole okay, man, let's go. You know, freaking
Yeah.
CrossFit or whatever. But now I'm older and I do value easing into like a workout. You know, it hurts now, so let me ease into it. You know, my body gets used to doing those push-ups and pull-ups and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The,
right.
the thing is, like, I'm still not at that age where I'm starting to hurt from all that.
Mm,
Obviously, I get hurt from this, but like, it doesn't hurt still. Like when I'm sore, I'm sore for like a day afterwards if I push myself too hard, and I'm fine after that. I've never actually had to deal with that. Like aside from the back injury I have from the military, but like my joints all feel fantastic. When I do push-ups or pull-ups, they feel great afterwards, and I've just never had that issue yet.
well, you haven't gotten to the point where we are doing the full exercises though.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
even like in the military doing those
Oh
exercises,
yeah.
right?
Mm.
It was still not as like I'm just not hurting in my joints or anything like that.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, I think what happened with me is like I went away. You know, I didn't go away, but I stopped working out for a period of time. And I think as you get older and you're not eating as healthy, your body takes longer to recover, and you have a lot more inflammation.
Hmm.
And it's just you have to work through all of that. So just a couple things: eat better, drink a lot of water, and it's a couple things, three things, right? And
Yeah.
then be consistent. Consistency is like really the key. That's the word on the screen. It's right there.
Oh, sleep too. Sleep. You have to get
Oh yeah,
a decent amount of sleep.
definitely. So yeah, what else should we want to talk about in this first? I think next time we can have like, I don't know. Do you want to do like video reviews, or do we just want to just talk about one particular subject? Like like today we talked about that M3 a little bit, right?
I do believe we could
Mm.
do some video reviews next week,
Mm.
but that'll have to obviously be planned out and stuff. But
Right.
I'm gonna see what I can do about upgrading the control system for us
Mm.
for this first week.
And maybe figure out what we're gonna put behind us right here.
Yeah.
Mm.
It might have Washington's face on it. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. No. All right.
But
Cool.
some things that are 100% we might do. The dog that's over here that's whining, she wants some attention, so we might put her on screen for a little bit in
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
show or two.
Right. I don't know. I think she's just hungry again. Okay. Anyway, Sadie. No. Nope. Nope. No, she's staring at me. Okay. She probably wants some food. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this one's been really hungry lately. Okay.
She's
cool.
also been smelling the delicious food we've been making.
That's true. Mm.
Had friggin' a pound of bacon today. It was fantastic. She didn't ask for that though.
Yeah, she was waiting.
Yeah, she's waiting for you to get home so she could beg you.
Right.
She knows I'm not going to give her shit.
All right. So what else? We got that going on. So we can like this type of session. Maybe we can talk about. I don't know. Just we're gonna have to think about this more about how we want the live session to roll.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I really want. I would like to. I think we're gonna have to build up to this, but have a guest. Yeah.
It would depend. Like we could build up with a guest, or we could just invite some of the friends we have for like the first bit,
Right. Right.
like Joel or
Yeah, they'll be down. Just come
Joel
out.
would be a
Joel, yeah.
hilarious podcast. You guys would love Joel, I guarantee it. He's the wild one. He is. We just need a new XLR cable, and then that should be enough because I have everything else for another.
For a third mic.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Man, I'm just getting blown up right here at work. So that's the thing. I got to make sure I don't do that. I got to put the camera, the phone, and all my other electronics away during podcast time, podcast hour.
At least if you have it, it should be silenced, so you can kind of just like do that little thing,
Right.
where it's not too obvious where you're checking something. But like, because someone could just be messaging us, hey, we're getting swatted.
Yeah, that's very true.
But that's only when we do get a little bigger. But
I kind of like what we did, last week, where we discussed a couple videos. Even though they're videos that we made a long time ago, but we can choose a few videos and kind of just walk through it and talk about it. But I still think we just need to figure out what the focus is going to be here.
yeah, we really do. But I do think we need to think about like just flesh out the podcast a lot more. With more guests.
But I think with us doing what we're doing right here, we're getting a feel.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We're getting a feel for it.
We can't spend all the time fleshing out the podcast, because if we spend all the time fleshing out the podcast, then we're just never gonna start.
Well, that's an issue. I think what is that called? There's a term for that, like startup fatigue, or like you're overthinking it and then you just never do anything at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the term, but it is a huge thing. Like I'm sure most of the people in the audience are like, I know like 3 friends that are going to start a podcast. Well, guess what? We started a podcast.
Yeah, it's maybe just a pod at this point. But,
Yeah.
But if you know what we're talking about, you can write it down in the comments. I just wanted to say that, but
Yeah.
maybe in the future it's going to become more realistic. There's actually people there.
It's realistic now.
Yeah,
And you know what can make it more realistic? You guys, by slapping that subscribe button.
What, you want to come up here? You want to come up here? No? Okay. This one, though.
She can't do backflips, can she?
No, she can't do any backflips. She can only sit. You can kind of see her in the video.
Oh, yeah, her little nose. Maybe we'll do a stream where we just give her treats and make her do tricks.
Right. Instagram clips or something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Or YouTube Reels.
YouTube Reels.
YouTube Reels. Slap that like button if you want to see Sadie get some treats.
Oh, okay.
She's really squeaky today.
I know, right? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to deal with this one right here. So, all right. Anyway, we I think we know what we got to do. We really just gotta start looking at some content, figure out what we want to be on the weekends, and just have discussions. I think we need to focus on. Oh my gosh.
She better not do that when we get our new couch.
I know, right? When is that coming in, by the way, the new couch?
It was delayed a month. So
It was delayed a month?
Yeah, it was delayed a month. February, April. Should be April, like the second week of April.
Right.
That's what it said.
Okay.
It's a nice couch though. I'm actually in, like, I'll show it to you right here. If we do edit this video.
Yeah, if we do, we might just edit it just for practice. We might just
definitely.
edit this whole thing, add a bunch of sound to it, add a bunch of other, like, I don't know, visualizations, maybe even an intro, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll review that next week.
Yeah. Review how awkward we were on camera. I honestly don't think we're very awkward right now.
No, I don't think so. One thing we can also talk about too is our progress. You know, maybe not you so much, but like for me, fitness goals, right? Like what else?
I can still do pull-ups.
So yeah. So you're at one
I'm
right
at
now?
two actually.
You're
I
at
did two recently.
Okay, I wish you. Okay, we'll have another camera or something. We'll show you guys kind of our little fitness like room area that we have. It's pretty. I like it. You know,
Do a J cut right now and do some B-roll of the studio we have, the little fitness studio.
in slow mo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not 4K though. We don't have that capability yet.
it's okay. We don't need 4K right now. 1080p it is. That's fine. Okay, dog. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with this one.
Sadie needs the 1080 to be quiet.
Yeah, right.
Shh.
Okay, well, where are we at as far as time in this thing?
Since we started 10 minutes early, we're about half an hour in.
Half an hour in. Yeah, I think that's fine. You want us to keep it at half an hour and then
Right now we'll start doing half an hour streams, and if we need to extend it for any reason, like our guests super entertaining, then
Right.
we'll extend it. But as of right now, we could just do half an hour podcasts.
yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. We just need that thing we're gonna talk about for sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What does the skull mean right there? Means we suck right there.
And I imagine she's like, I'm dead.
All right, cool. Well, that's it for me. We're gonna review this footage and see what the hell we did,
Yeah.
and then we'll get back at you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.